But I want to ask you a question because it struck me last night. I was talking to a couple friends about this last night on text, and the New York Times article, right? That's blowing up, right?
God,
yeah.
And I think this is, in my personal opinion, and you guys who are listening and watching, and you too could have an issue with it. Of course, Alex and Cody. But like, I think there's a certain level of responsible journalism here that you have to do, right? And I wonder about the New York Times why you would drop this article now. Because it seems selfish to do it when the fandom is finally come back together.
Right.
Baby Yoda has unified the world and the Mandalorian.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, whatever people feel about the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda is universally beloved. Even my girlfriend last night was like, "Who's this Baby Yoda stuff?" And I had to explain it to her because she has no concept of Star Wars.
There's so many people that don't watch the Mandalorian. They're like, "I love Baby Yoda."
Right.
Yeah.
And so why drop this article now in the short-term, desperate desire for clickbait or clicks, then after the movie comes out? Drop it after the movie comes out. Let people enjoy Star Wars one more time. Free of controversy.
But also, why
once.
is it news that like an actor says something? Like we say stuff all the time, and a lot of the time when people are being asked questions by journalists, like you're on the spot, and sometimes you don't word things properly. That's why the whole Martin Scorsese shit show has been happening all year, right?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. They were promoting Rise of Skywalker, so. And they were asked, and the thing about the media now is they know that The Last Jedi is the SEO click.
Right.
Exactly. So they will ask, and whatever gets said, they can then take, and many things were taken out of context yesterday.
Yeah.
Many things. If you read the full article, you can get the context.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't some shade thrown.
Right.
There was.
There was.
And that's what's troubling to me.
Right.
And it feels like, it's almost like they're afraid that if they don't, I don't know. It feels really manufactured.
Yeah.
It feels like there's something
Are
like
you talking about Disney manufacturing something? What? Wait, what's happening?
fucking A, and it pisses me off. Because we are getting to this point where it's like, let's go watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I don't like the prequels. Say what you will about them. There were moments in all of them that I loved. So the music,
that's about it.
some of the lightsaber battles, some of the performances. Sith I love, right? But some of the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, okay, take it or leave it. But it doesn't change the fact that there are people that enjoy those movies. Across the board, there are going to be people out there that love these movies. And so the fact that people are yelling and screaming about it, it's just taking away from like certain people's enjoyment. I don't know why they're trying to.
It's because people need to go to the sex store.
I think so.
Yeah.
Smoke a giant fat bowl,
Yeah.
go to the sex store,
Yeah.
and then enjoy your Star Wars or not enjoy your Star Wars. I don't care.
And take your clothes off and run free in the world.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing
Without hurting
anybody.
Exactly.
I find this an interesting thing too, Riley, and I wonder if there's a little bit of hypocrisy here. And I know I'm going to walk the line a little bit, but like the people who grew up with the prequels and defend the prequels and love the prequels, if you're adding to the vitriol against the current trilogy, aren't you remembering what it was like to be defending those prequels against the original trilogy lovers who hated those prequels?
Right.
Like, don't you have a little bit of self-awareness that, hey, I'm doing what was done to me, and I hated it when it was done to me. Why am I doing it to them?
Right.
And that's
Like,
a very
wonder,
good point that you're bringing up. As somebody that, we all here love the original trilogy and grew up with them, I remember when the prequels came out, like the first time I saw Phantom Menace, I definitely lied to myself that I liked it.
Yeah.
I saw it a few more times and I realized it was not for me, and I was an asshole about it, and I was like, Jar Jar Binks sucks, and like George Lucas ruined my childhood. I was that asshole in my, like as a teenager. And now that I've gotten older, I realize, why do I need to shit on someone for liking a movie that I don't like?
Right.
There's no reason. It does nothing for me. I'd rather spend that time watching a movie I like with my friends.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And those people are doing it now.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And I think this article is going to poison people before we go in that theater, and that's a shame. Because I wanted this to stand on its own and let us consume it on our own. And yeah, maybe the vitriol would still be there right afterwards, but let us enjoy one opening weekend of Star Wars without any of the extra stuff coming from the outside. Because those New York Times article, I guarantee you that author's not a crazy Star Wars fan. They wrote it to get some publicity.
That's their job now.
Their job.
That's the sad thing about it, is that it's people's job now, whether it's in the video space or journalism. It's like, oh, what are people going to click on? Because we need to make money. That's what's sad about the media.
Right. Yeah. And not everything's one-to-one. Like, I get it. You have to have perspective, right? Like, we here at Collider, we publish articles. We're looking for those stories. We want those clicks to stay alive as a site.
Exactly.
Makes all kinds of sense in the world. But editors also have responsibility about when to drop certain things and
Yeah.
and schedule when to drop certain things. So that's the thing at the end of the day for me. I think the New York Times really made a mistake dropping this stuff, and it makes everybody involved who made these shady comments look bad. It makes Star Wars look bad. It makes Lucasfilm look bad. It makes Disney look bad. And I think it's such a massive mistake because we were all just finally back together again, looking forward to seeing what would happen at episode.
And
9.
we were also happy about Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda.
Let's just keep talking about Baby Yoda.
And at the end of the day, just if you want to go see the movie and enjoy it. And if you don't
Yeah.
want to because you didn't like The Last Jedi or
Yeah.
not liking the direction, that's your prerogative as well.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
just like teach their own.
Exactly.
I can't wait to go see Rise of Skywalker. I really can't.
Me too.
It's the end, and I want to see what they do and how
This
they wrap
is
it up.
the end. Yeah.
This is the end.
Cody, Alex, you guys have any thoughts on this? Because I know you might have a whiteboard going on right now.
No, I'm so sick of this story, guys. I'm so
Yeah.
sick of this fucking
It's hard.
movie.
It's hard.
I respect
Isn't
that.
that sad that we're also sick of we want to see it, but we're sick of Star Wars because
Yeah,
of it?
it's the final movie of this saga, and it should be this amazing time we're all looking forward to. Now we're fighting on fucking Twitter again. It's stupid.
Yes,
Yep,
yes,
agreed.
That's my point.
Exactly.
Agreed.
It just takes a lot of the fun out of it, and what we do is a little different. We see all of this, and
Right.
it's directed at us sometimes, and so it can be a little much when you have to go to your social media to say, okay, what are people talking about right now?
Right.
I'm programming a show. Let's go and last oh geez, oh god, go fuck myself. Why? It's like you're going through your mentions, and
It's like I will go fuck myself. Thank you very
it can
much.
take it,
Yeah.
and the chat rightly so calling me out as being a little like get off the caffeine and give me a joint. Is thank you everybody in the chat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot. It can wear on me.
Yeah.
It can wear on me, and
We're all so tired.
To
we
each
just
their
want
own,
to see
though.
Baby
Yeah.
Yoda memes. That's
Yeah.
all I want.